Hi everyone, welcome to a Chatty Get Ready with me. I'm just gonna get started since I have absolutely nothing on my face. I'm gonna talk about some random things and also maybe a little bit about makeup that I'm putting on. I want to do some pink and purple stuff, but I'm gonna do the base makeup first pretty quickly. This probably isn't gonna be so different from the last time I did something like this. So I'm using the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is my favorite glowy primer. It's very light and luminous and it's my favorite thing. Like I have nothing on my face right now except for a butt ton of moisturizer because I took all my makeup off from the day and then I felt like my skin was really dry. So I just wanted to put a whole lot of moisture all on my face. But it's been a while since I've started a video like this with actually no makeup on, because usually I start with something, but I wanted to go through sort of my usual process. I'm looking for a little mirror here. I forgot to grab my little Natasha Denona mirror, so I'll just use my other little Natasha Denona mirror. Why did I just have a Spice World flashback then? Okay, I have everything in a little basket in front of me and it happens to be in a little bit of a pile, so I'm just trying to make sure I grab everything in the order that I need it. So I did purchase a couple of things. I mentioned it on Twitter. I tend to update Twitter more than anything else these days, but I talked about a couple of things that I purchased, repurchases. So I have Naked Skin color correctors in green and in pink. So I used the green to color correct redness and the pink for underneath my eyes. But yeah, I've been using Twitter more than anything because even though I haven't been uploading videos, I've still wanted to talk about stuff, some of the stuff that's going on with like my no-buy and things that I've been wanting to purchase. And man, I don't know if it's because I'm on a no-buy that I'm noticing things that I want to purchase more, or if it's because brands are actually just genuinely coming out with stuff that I want. Like the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Really? Urban Decay's new glitters, like the new heavy metal liners too. The Anastasia Alyssa Edwards collaboration, that eyeshadow palette, please kill me now. I want that palette so badly. I think I would use every single color. I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Moisture Foundation. This is, again, pretty standard for me for a super glowy base. And normally if I was doing a lot of like eye makeup, I wouldn't do my foundation first, but lately that's how I've been doing it. I've been doing my base makeup first, and even like a lot of stuff like blush and contour bronzer, and then putting eye makeup on. And as a result, my eye makeup tends to be a lot lighter than it normally had been. So for good and for bad, I guess. I haven't been feeling anything very elaborate and crazy. My makeup has been very simple. I've posted a few pictures on my Instagram stories, like when I remember, but it's really been the same thing with like 3 shades of shadow from the Sweet Peach palette and like the exact same lip combo, which I actually have in front of me now. It's been a lot of the same thing because that's what I like, with just like a few occasional differences. The last few days I've been wearing more peachy pinky tones, and I kind of go back and forth between like peachy pink and bronzy, and then I kind of mash them together, and always gold and rose gold and like that kind of stuff. But definitely just been feeling lighter colors in general. Like a few days when I've been kind of in a lower mood, I have worn some deeper colors, but I haven't gone like full dark black smoky eye or anything. And I haven't even worn a lot of color. Like I'll dab a little bit of color on, but it just hasn't been like very exciting kind of makeup. It's just been a lot of neutrals, which I know a lot of people who watch what I do don't tend to be a fan of it, and I definitely like love piling on color, but it's just kind of been the phase that I've been in recently, and I've just been a little less focused on makeup, which has kind of helped the no buy because I just don't think about it as much. It's not until I'm like bored and I'm like browsing Instagram or like browsing Twitter and I start seeing things and I see people talking about makeup and I see all these new purchases, and I kind of want to experience that too. But then in general, I'm just like, you know what, I don't really need any of this stuff. I have so much stuff and I can do what I want to do pretty much with what I have. Like there's things that I wish that I had that I feel like could enhance that a little bit, but in general, I think I've got a lot. So anyway, I have the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. Thank you again, Sarah. I've been really crazy obsessed with this. I layer on so many of the things, but I actually like, there's the glow side, which is the glow cream base, and then like the blush side, but I've been using the glow side in the cream on my cheeks, and then I use a little bit of the blush side too, but I just feel like it looks so fresh, and I get such a cool like natural effect, especially when I kind of like buff it in on top of like the very oily foundation. It's not sitting very well right now. I can kind of like, it feels a little streaky, and I can see that it's a little streaky, and I think it's just because I'm talking and I'm not paying the closest attention. It's just my nose area, but that tends to be an issue anyway. I don't know, my skin's been a little weird. Gotta remember to drink water. I think I said this last time too, where I was like, I'm the worst at remembering to drink water. I'll be like so dehydrated because I honestly just forget to drink anything in general. I just forget about it. But see, this is always like the cream blush thing that I used to hate, is because like you put the cream blush on and it's like, oh my god, like what? This isn't right. And even when I first like used this palette, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? I made a huge mistake. But then you blend it out and it looks so pretty. It's just so pretty, and like it actually doesn't look crazy. Like you can make it look very dramatic and bold if you want to, but you don't have to. And that's the difference. Even my nose is bothering me. I know why some people like just skip putting foundation and stuff on their nose in general, because sometimes it just does not work. I don't normally have that kind of problem, but it just seems to be right now I'm having that kind of problem. So anyway, I'm going to take a little bit of the powder blush shade. I will probably end up changing this, going a little bit pinker instead of peachy. But like I said, this is just sort of the way that I've been doing my makeup recently, and it's been kind of like all out of order. I'm gonna pencil on some brows, and by pencil on I mean grab dip brow and go to town. I still refuse to give it up. I refuse. I'm still using ash brown because I bought a new one and then I dyed my hair, but I bought a tinted brow gel, so I'll explain, but I won't really go through my brow process because there is really no brow process. I kind of just fill in with dip brow and hope for the best. I don't spend a lot of time on my brows. I really just kind of go for the fill in. Like there was a time when I shaved off the tails of my brows and I was spending so much time kind of sculpting them out and like drawing on the new tails and being very precise, and I liked it at the time, but now I've kind of just been embracing like the kind of messy, overgrown, bushy thing again, because I feel like it kind of works just in general with the more relaxed, casual makeup I'm doing. Like before, when I was doing more sculpted eye looks, like, and I don't necessarily mean technically precise eye looks, I just mean like I was, you know, carving things out with cream shadows and like layering things, and it just, the messy brows didn't really work with those kind of eye looks, but like a messier eye look and a messier brow definitely works. So I've just kind of been filling in a little bit. I've actually liked a darker brow and lighter hair, but so I've had this L'Oreal brow gel before, but I had the clear version. This is the Brow Stylist, and this particular one is taupe. So it is the blonde tinted gel, but I find that it works just enough with the dip brow that it lightens the brows just enough, but it's not it's not too much, because if I tried to just really go on with like super light brows, I think that would just look weird. I could do it, but I don't know, there's something I like about a deeper brown blonde hair. It's a little like Italian American to me. I'm Italian Canadian, but hey, still, I like it. Contour a little bit. So I'll go on with bronzer and highlighter towards the end, but I want to jump into eye makeup, I think. Dive right in there. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, a lot of stuff, but unfortunately, not to be cryptic, there's things that I just cannot talk about right now. I've mentioned things in passing and like on different platforms about like stuff that's going on, and unfortunately some of it is still going on, and unfortunately I don't want to say too much because I just don't want to bring extra focus onto myself and onto my friends. Like I would love to be going into more detail and not having to think too much about what I say, but I'd honestly be concerned for my friends and for me, because there's a few people that we kind of all know who are very mentally unstable. So I truly wish them the best and hope that they are able to move on with their lives and hopefully leave us alone. But I have some really great people in my life right now that I'm very, very happy to know. People that I've been having the best time with. Just really genuine, good people. People with good hearts, and it's been a trying time, but it's also been a really rewarding time for the people that I have in my life right now, and also for just like the lessons and stuff that I've learned along the way over the last few months. It's been a lot, but you know, there's pieces of it that I'm very thankful for, and I'm thankful for the people that are in my life right now and what they bring to it. And it's been a process because I've definitely been working on trust. That's something that I've been struggling with, and I've been working on trusting myself more than necessarily trusting other people. I think that's where I got myself into some trouble, is that I was just like, I felt so bad about myself that I was just trusting everyone, and I truly believe that people who were not good were good. Like, I was really putting too much faith in them, I was putting too much trust in them, and it really came back to bite me, so to speak, because they proved their true colors. So I'm trusting myself and that things are going to be okay, because in the lowest times when I felt like there was nothing I was going to be able to do to get out of the darkness, like, you know, feeling very isolated and alone, and I was definitely thinking like, this is it, this is how things are going to be, and it wasn't how things were. I just had to trust myself that things were going to be okay, that I was going to be okay, and it's really worked for me, and it's what I've been working on. Even the moments when you feel incredibly dark, when I would feel like I was alone and like I had nobody, and it's like, what am I gonna do? How am I going to, you know, continue on? How am I gonna do anything? Because, you know, you feel so isolated and alone, and once you realize to trust yourself, it's made it a lot easier, because no one can take that from me. Even if they manage to like turn people against me or do whatever crazy weirdness they try and do, they can't make me stop trusting myself if I trust myself. And that's been a hard thing, and it's definitely not like a flawless thing. It's definitely not something I'm like, oh, look at me, look how great everything is now, everything's perfect. It's like, definitely not. But I feel more confident in myself, and I feel more confident that I will be okay because I believe in myself, and I've proved to myself over and over again that regardless I am okay. And, you know, I have good people in my life who believe in me and who have just, they are proving that they are trustworthy, even if I don't necessarily trust them 100% because of my past things. It doesn't mean, well, I can trust them, but I don't necessarily put trust in them. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm doing a lot better. And I posted on Instagram about how I was like feeling truly happy, and it's very true. Like, I catch myself every now and then just being like, this is a moment of happiness right here. This is not the beginning of happiness. This is not like me looking forward to more. This is me being happy right now in this moment. And that's also been a hard adjustment and something that I constantly have to remind myself, because I like to live in future possibilities. So I would live and think like, this is good, but it's going to get better. This is what this is going to be like in the future. And I was constantly planning ahead and thinking about what was coming next instead of actually being present in the moment, and being present in the moment and thinking a lot less about what I was going to get from the future and what, you know, what the future was going to look like has made things a lot easier for me and has made me a lot happier in general. And it's nice to, you know, even though I still am working on all these issues and working through all of these things and all of these problems that have presented themselves to me and that I've been so fortunate to have had to experience, but I'm working through them, and I'm working through them fairly well at this point, and I feel fairly confident that I will be okay with all that stuff. So anyway, that's been a really good thing in my life. There are still absolute moments though where you feel like the walls are closing in, you feel like you're underwater, you feel like, you know, there's no possible way you are going to be able to survive whatever is being thrown at you. And the hardest part is not spiraling. The hardest part is like reminding yourself that it's going to be okay. Reminding yourself, and it's hard because I'm a person who has panic attacks, so those are very scary, and there's not a lot you can do when it gets too far, but I try and notice it. And I've also been talking to people, and if they notice it, it's been nice because I have a few people who kind of know the things that help me. Because there was a day not that long ago where I was starting to spiral, and I was just kind of like talking in circles over something, and my friend was like, just breathe and put on fluid mac and breathe. And it was just that simple reminder that it was like, this is what works for me, and it made me better, because I just like sat in the dark listening to Fleetwood Mac, and I messaged him for like an hour, and I was like, okay, I'm good. Moments passed. It wasn't awful. Well, it kind of was awful, but it could have been a lot worse if I didn't have that in that moment. And it's like having that little bit of trust in people that they're not going to hurt you, that they're going to help you, that if they know you're struggling, that they're going to be like, hey, this is something I know will help you, so let's do that. And it's been great having that and having people that I can talk to about sort of the issues and stuff that we're dealing with, especially people who are dealing with sort of the same stuff that I'm dealing with, and the same people and the same problems. And it's been good. You know, we've been able to discuss our issues together and kind of help each other a little bit, and it's just been so much better. Like there's so much that I'm grateful for in that sense, because of the people, because of the stuff that they are bringing to my life, and how good they are, and how much I'm grateful for everything that they do and everything that they are bringing to my life, all that light and hope. And even though it's not easy for everyone, you know, it's not easy for them to bring that either, but I feel like we're helping each other. I know that's kind of cryptic, but anyway, that's my way of saying how happy I am. And I think there's a couple of people who I'm friends with who know about my channel, who watch, and if you are one of those people who watch and you'll know who you are. And I love you very much, and I'm very grateful for your existence, and thank you. There's a few people who have just been like the actual angels, and I just think the world of them, and I'm just you know, honestly so happy that they exist. And that's the most important thing, I think, and that's the thing that I want to focus on, is the good people, because they are the people that deserve all the attention and all the love. And that's also something I've been thinking about with my YouTube channel, is that how much time and energy I used to spend on people who were so negative and who just didn't deserve my time and energy, you know, the negative people. And having stepped away for a little bit, I get that perspective again, where I can see, and I notice it a lot when other people do it, and they focus a lot on the people who are negative. I'm like, I just want to spend time on the people who are good. I want to talk to the good people. I want to focus on that, because that's what matters to me. This is the lip combo. It's Urban Decay Liar Lip Liner and Natasha Denona Raw lipstick. And it's just like my favorite lip combo. Even though it's not exactly the best combination for this look, because I just went with like a lot of pink. And I did kind of like a draping thing with the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I used the purple shade a little bit. Just a little bit. There's no mirror. I keep always thinking there's going to be a mirror in there, but there's not. But this is just kind of what I was feeling, like a super heavy, but also kind of light. Like, it's not dark and not a like black liner and like lashes and stuff. It's just still very light. And this is what I love. So anyway, there's been a lot of darkness, but there's been a lot of light. And I want to share some of those songs I've been loving, because I feel like the songs might say a lot more than I can. And yeah, just if you're struggling, try and trust yourself a little bit. I guess that's a big piece of advice I can give, is try and trust in yourself. You know, as hard as it can be. Because I feel like every time I trust in myself, I end up being given so many more opportunities than I even know what to do with. Like, there's times where I'm thinking like, this is not working out the way I wanted it to. This is awful, and you start to spiral. And then when you get out of the spiral, I'm like, okay, you know what? Breathe, plan B. This is what it's going to be. And then more opportunities are handed out, and I feel like I'm Adele trying to hold all my Grammys. Like, what do I do with all this? Like, it happened recently when I found out about a trip I'm taking, and I thought I was going to be completely alone, and I was like, well, this is whatever. This is how I'm going to handle this. This is, you know, what I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden, once I had that plan, all these other things started happening. I found out like a friend was going to be moving there, that I was going to get to hang out with him, and I found out one of my work friends was going to be there, and like so on and so forth. Like, it just was like extra things. All of a sudden, it went from being like, I'm going to have nothing and no one, to being like, I don't even know if I can see everybody that I want to see in the time that I have. So anyway, just a little example, but some of the songs I've been loving, and I will try and list them down below. I always say I'm going to do stuff, and I sometimes forget. So if I did not list them and you want the list of songs, let me know. But 100 Bad Days, AJR, because it's 100 bad days make 100 good stories, and 100 good stories make me interesting at parties, and I'm not scared of you. So I really love that lyric. I just really love it, because it's just, this whole song is great. And I've been listening to that one a lot. A new pump up song for me has definitely been Juiced by Lizzo. Obsessed with that song. I've listened to it way too many times. But it's definitely like this pump up, like, it makes me want to dance on tables kind of song, and I'm not a person who dances on tables, but it makes me want to do it. Demi Lovato's Sorry Not Sorry. Emmylou by First Aid Kit is a song that I was going through a pretty rough time, and I woke up with a song in my head, and I think I'd only heard it one time before, and I just ended up listening to it on a loop for like 3 days. It was literally just all I was listening to, and it really helped pull me up. It's such a beautiful song. I've also been really into Taylor Swift's I Did Something Bad, and also just another fun pump up song is RuPaul's Kitty Girl, but with the cast of All Stars 3. It's a song that I really love. Okay, I'm gonna take my hair down. because I feel like I need down hair for this kind of fun makeup. Yes, definitely. But the music has been helping a lot, and of course, as always, Fleetwood Mac is definitely something that I revisit quite often because it just soothes my soul. Such a good thing. Oh, Sister Golden Hair from America as well is another song that I've been listening to a lot, and I don't know, I feel like I'm finding my old self again, and I feel like I've always been a person people would make fun of because like I would fall in love every 5 seconds, and I would fall in love with everything, you know, people, places, things, just like, you know, I'm the kind of person who does say, oh my god, I love this eyeshadow so much, it's completely changing my life. And I'll find a person and just think they are the most amazing person I've ever encountered, and I'll just like, I love this person so much, and I'll find a place, or there'll be something like a sunrise or something, and I just love it. I just, honestly, that's always what I've been like, and I feel like I've lost a lot of that along the way, and I'm getting that back. Like I feel like I'm reconnecting with that part of myself. I have a mug that says fall in love with as many things as possible, and it's just so true. It's just the way that I like to live my life. Like, just because I don't trust everybody 100% doesn't mean I can't love everybody. Doesn't mean that I can't keep giving all that love out, because I feel like I just have so much good that I want to give.